What's up, angels? We was just sitting here watching football on a Sunday afternoon like we always do when we got a TMZ notification of the most disgusting thing you could ever watch in your entire life. Let's talk about it.
West Coast Bells.
Hey, angels, it's your West Coast
And it was
Bells, and
probably
we're
a
back.
weak ass being
And
that.
now you know it. We
And she said the
and now
You
we
got
know
damn right I did.
That's why I can't do that with you.
we get your game up, niggas, get your game up.
What's up, angels? It's the West Coast Bells, and we are back to talk about something that we found completely disgusting today. My name is Ty,
And I'm Misha.
and if you haven't already, please like, share, comment on this video. Just be a supporter.
Subscribe and hit the notification bell for your bells.
Please hit the bell for your bells. So basically, what happened, we were both watching football like we always do on a Sunday afternoon when we got a TMZ notification of Pastor Michael Todd delivering a message at the Transformation Church today. The video is that we're going to show is him delivering his message, and the person in the video with him, we believe, is his younger brother, Brentom Todd.
Something and you don't see it clearly yet, but you hear. And this is where most people would not face Jesus anymore. What most people would do is turn away. What I'm telling you, is just as he's physically standing here, knowing what's coming, God's saying, can you physically and spiritually and emotionally be able to stand when getting the vision or receiving it might get nasty? I'm going to say it in a point just like that. Receiving vision from God might get nasty. You mean, God, I just bought, in crazy faith, I just bought my dream car. And now you're going to ask me to sell it back and ride in the hoopty again? Yeah, because the vision I'm about to give you, it might get nasty. And do you hear and see the responses of the people? What I'm telling you is how you just reacted is how the people in your life will react when God is doing what it takes for the miracle. What are you saying? This man was blind, and what he was trying to do with this man is give him his DNA.
Now, that's absolutely disgusting. Just in case you didn't see clearly what was happening in the video, Pastor Michael Todd hawked two loogies in his hand and then proceeded to smear it on his brother, a parishioner of the church's face. And you could then, after, see the loogie in his beard. Now, when I watched it,
It,
go ahead.
it's disgusting. It's uncalled for and makes me sick. It literally makes me sick to see it. I could barely get through the video. You know,
I couldn't even watch it this just now when you played it back. I almost threw up the first time that I saw the video. I almost threw up literally. That is the most disgusting thing that you can do, period, one of the most disgusting things that you can do to anyone, period, is to spit
And
on me.
I just believe that there was a different way that he could have gotten the message across.
There's a million different ways he could have gotten his message across or
That was the
conveyed the
lack of
same message.
creativity. That was terrible. It's a
It was
pandemic. It's COVID.
terrible.
You cannot go around spitting in people's face.
That is this. Not only is it disgusting, we are in the middle of a pandemic, and it ain't no telling how many cooters a little boy he's he'd have been on in in that church congregation. That's the one. I've never seen anything like that in my life in the church. He went way too far, and as a matter of fact, to me, that's borderline R. Kelly for me. It,
Mm.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. But you are right. You are right. And as a believer, I'm not willing to let anyone, pastor or not, go that far to deliver a message to me. Period. It's not
period.
for happening.
Period. And what I feel like I saw was a person in a position of power taking advantage of a person up under them. And from what I read, the young man also works for the church and probably gets a check from the church too. So that I am so disgusted by that whole video.
It is. It's crazy how people in the church will justify, you know, things that are wrong. Like that's wrong, but I'm sure some of his followers are going to be like, you just were not there for the whole message and you didn't understand what he was trying to say. It doesn't matter what he was trying to say. The delivery of that message was all wrong, period.
Horrible, horrible. And he seems like he is a lot more intelligent than that, to where he could have done. And number one, let me explain something. I believe in God, and I have received messages, and they have never been nasty. I've never. My life has been changed in many, many different ways on multiple occasions, but I have never had to go through anything that was humiliating or disgusting to get it. And so I just completely disagree with what he was saying. It might get nasty. I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. And his not only was the delivery wrong, I believe that his message was a little bit off this time. This is Pastor Michael Todd of the Transformation Church in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I don't know how people go about getting a pastor fired. If you vote for the pastor or whatever, I don't know how they get hired and fired, but he needs to be removed or at least suspended for a little while. That is
Or reprimanded
absolutely
by somebody.
horrible.
So he needs to be reprimanded by somebody because you cannot go around doing that. And if a message from God is humiliating, I don't want it.
I
I
don't
don't
know
want
if that comes from God, if it's something that's disgusting, nasty, and humiliating. I just don't know that that comes from God.
yeah,
I'm not completely convinced.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
But this was something very interesting that came across both of our phones this evening. And I'm glad that we got the chance to talk about it because it's a lot of weird stuff that goes on in a lot of different churches. And I just think that the church really needs to be re-examined at this point. And black people need to really think about how far they are willing to go to support somebody that will humiliate somebody in such a disgusting manner. I really feel that. I have never heard any of this man's other messages, and I'll probably go back and just to hear a few of them. But this right here, this was a complete turnoff.
I have it on a normal day, though sometimes, I get lost with him, but on a normal day, he does deliver a good message. he just delivered this one improperly. It wasn't right. It wasn't right. But
Okay.
anyway, was it? Did you want to say something else?
No, I think that we covered everything. And at this point, I said all that I can say. That was disgusting. It was humiliating. He could have delivered his message in a different way. It was borderline R. Kelly to me. You know,
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America.
Sorry.
yeah, that. And if you haven't already, like, share, comment, hit the notification bell for your bells.
Please, the bell for your bells.
Please hit the bell for your bells.